Hello there everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Planet Crafter. Last time we were here, we had a bit of this that we did. This actually finished. Did I get what I wanted? I guess I never started to research. That's fun. We were building out some more. Feels a little more sensitive than usual. Expanding more. I did, no, the Lord Reaver was a different one, wasn't it? Hold on, now I also want to go check. I went over there and looked at that, because that was cool. I believe this will be episode... Let me check my list. It's either 33 or 34. I think this one might be episode 35. Which is a long time to do one a week. Definitely not as long as some people. Definitely not as long as some of the giants of YouTube. And I've been doing this for 10 years. But when I hit that 52 week mark, it'll be a year. That's truly interesting. This will be episode 34. And yeah, I spent a good amount of time last week reading lore and doing all that different stuff. In between then, it's been a hectic week, man. So much stuff has happened. There's political unrest in the United States. Nepal deposed their government and elected an interim prime minister through Discord. Wild. Indonesia is largely in lockdown right now. To my knowledge, they are still in lockdown after the riots. And before the riots, too, because they were doing that beforehand. I only heard about it last week, but they were doing it beforehand. Beehive! Yay. I wanted that. Yay. France got rid of another prime minister, but, you know, that's kind of par for the course. They are French, after all. Yay, I got lost in the merge. And they're probably crying for their president. I'm not well versed in the French political setup and how they have their entire politicians and their government set up. I don't know how it works. So I won't claim to know how it works, but evidently they have both a prime minister and a president, and it seems like the prime minister gets switched out more than the president does, which kind of makes the president sound like a king. But I don't know. The French traditionally hate kings. Ever since the last one. That was a whole thing. Water filter, I want that. Getting closer. I'm almost up to that. That's awesome. Okay, I got a beehive. What do I need to build? The beehive. Bee larva. Bioplastic nugget. Whoa. I've been playing a game lately called Rift Breaker, and that's some other stuff that happened. There was Nintendo Direct. Penga butterfly larva. Uncommon larva mutagen. Golden butterfly larva. And go up. Let's see what we got. I'm certain I have something to that effect. There you go. I need a mutagen. So what do I need for mutagen? Nothing. I'm gonna grab that. I should refill that soon. fertilizer? It is. Look at that. There we go. I'll take a bit of time. I'm going to build another tree. Bacteria fertilizer tree bark. Anything in here? Nope. Let's see if I have more algae. I need more water. So yeah, there's Nintendo Direct, which has some cool stuff. Nothing for me specifically, aside from the Legend of Zelda Age of Imprisonment. I like the Warriors games. I think they're a lot of fun. I've always quite enjoyed them, just for what they are in general. It's a hack and slash, and it feels good to be powerful. I'm completely okay with that. I understand that some people are like, oh, the greed of Nintendo has to be cited. Do y'all forget that, like, Nintendo is a company? Like, and they're a company that understand that to make more money, they need to have fun games to play. I understand that you don't like everything, and I understand that you are inoculated against greed and such. And I, too, don't like greed. But Nintendo makes fun games to play. And yes, the price has been increased. I know. It hurts. It sucks. It's not fun. I know. But what's the fertilizer? And a bacteria. There we go. Okay. Just a tree bark then. I should probably start depositing some of these from the production. Wait, I need the tree. It's not going to be much use to me if I don't take the tree out with me. I guess I could do 2 more, but it just won't be effective. I keep talking about launching rockets, but I didn't. I've been, in terms of what Nintendo released in the Direct, this new Fire Emblem game, which some certain people who love Fire Emblem are like extremely excited for. Hey, look at that. I mean, if I like Fire Emblem, it looks like it'd be fun. I'm just not a fan of turn-based games in general. They just feel slow to me. I like doing quick. Again, I'm certain that Fire Emblem games are great. They are simply just not for me. And that is completely okay. Not everything has to be for me. Oh, that's fun. Actually, that's kind of cool. I like the design that when it does that. A little shinier than I think, but it looks like it's seeping water. And that's not something that would be terribly out of the ordinary for plants. Oh, super alloy. Well, it's useful to have some of those. Actually, I should check that, shouldn't I? They did a lot over here, eh? I hope that the trees, when they get bigger and grow to maturity, like, spread. Because that would be awesome. Okay, let's take a look at some things. I want to do you, but I don't have Blazar quartz, so fine. I believe I have the T4 GPS. I do. Yep. And I have pretty much the materials that I wanted, that I need so far. So, seed spreader rockets, plant rockets, asteroid attraction, magnetic. I think it's magnetic that I need. Let's take a look. Everything feels darker, which would be a good sign in terms of progress. You want a solid day-night cycle. Let's take a look quickly. Seed spreader. Seed spreader is what I want, then the asteroid attraction. So what do I need for that? Super alloy, bacterium, mutagen, rocket. Okay, cool. I got plenty of super alloy, especially now that I have an auto crafter for it. What are you lacking exactly? I'm sorry. I'm bouncing around a little bit. I'm keeping more coherent thoughts, but I'm missing some certain things. You know? So, like my thoughts on Donkey Kong Country. I think it's cool. I do. I think it's cool. And like, it's not anything against anyone. You don't have to enjoy it. But I look at the gameplay from Donkey Kong Country, I'm like, man, that looks like so much fun. Man, that looks cool. Harvesting my foods. Do I have... I do have more aluminum. What are you missing? You're probably silicone, aren't you? Uranium, uranium. Yoink. Yoink. Gulp. Not. How peculiar. Let me do this. See if it's that. It was. It's missing silicone. Okay, cool. Give me some water. I might finally need to build another lake collector. Just gonna keep going like this. I'm gonna build that beehive. I'm gonna place it near one of my flower spreaders. I believe it was mutagen. Bioplastic nugget. Mushrooms. This is why I grow the mushroom. You, my friend, will be gathered and harvested. Okay, let's get that rocket ready to go. After I build me a beehive. Boop. Oh, you produce honey. Plants, insects, awesome. I don't think that works on you. Nice. That's awesome. I hope they'll start making flowers bloom. Because that's one of the things that bees do. Bees are highly, highly, highly important for crops. Anything. They're a vital part of our ecosystem. Cernia trees here, Joshua. Mutagen. I need a bacteria, I need a mutagen. I'm lacking the sulfur. Yeah. I'm safe in my super high-tech base above ground. The safest place in the meteor storm is either away from the meteors, deep underground. Really deep underground. Well, and that would boil that lake so fast. Launch the rocket. The Lermaseed. Let me take a look, eh? Hey, we're almost to insects. That's awesome. Seed spreader rockets. Asteroid attraction. Another asteroid attraction would be good. But I think I need to get myself some more silicone. I should do a run and just pick up stuff. Drop some valuables. Drop a valuable. Stuff that's important for down here. Worm. Phytoplankton B, T3 mutagen. Let's take a look at some of those. We'll kind of wait for the green to pass up. I want to see what we're coming up to next. Oh, that's where we got it. I see. High quality food. Nice. Closing in on that. For animals. Okay. 140 tons. My best bet is just to do more beehives. Honestly. They would be good to have. 8.3 kilotons. That's a ways away. Okay, no. I can get behind that, but I need more super alloy. I need me some water. Cool. Let's take the truck and get a move on. I want drones so badly. But if I'm going to get there quickly, I need to do this a lot. My poke car. Yep. Boop, boop, boop. Now, osmium. I have lots of osmium, but I want more because I'm probably gonna go. I'm probably gonna burn through. I'm probably going to burn through it really fast. So, it don't really hurt to have extra. Especially since I know that there's osmium rods coming up at some point in time. Because that's I believe that's part of a thing. Either I saw it, or I knew about it. So. Who knows, might be needed to make laser quartz. Wouldn't that be a twist? Water filter. Awesome. So, in some more nerdy news, I, as an anime fan, have been very excited because Demon Slayer has been coming out. Well, coming out, I say. They had a movie. Now, I saw it with one of my friends because I don't go to movie theaters. I just don't like them. Personal choice. He said that it was great. Really enjoyed it. I've already read the manga, which is another reason why I'm not, like, chomping at the bit to go to the theater. I already know how all of it ends. I want to see it adapted, and I will one day watch the movies, just not in theaters. I don't like theaters. So. Look. But he told me that it was like, yes, this, and this, and this, and this, and this. Man, I was like, oh, I want to see it, but I won't. It's not worth it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, it just looks like grass. Okay. I like the bees. I like the bees. Bees are awesome. And the trees are getting bigger too. That's also awesome. I'm guessing that monoculture forests don't tend to do well unless they're aspens, I believe. I might need to go check that. There's a certain kind of tree that exists as a monoculture because they're all the same tree. Like, they're all part of the same organism, like giant fungal colonies, except for trees. So, like, they're really cool. They turn yellow in the fall, and but yeah, they exist as a monoculture. Most places don't do well as a monoculture, or lack many, if not all, advantages as a monoculture. Not that monocultures don't exist. If you look at the prairies are largely a monoculture of grass. So much grass. It's kind of bland. I'm gonna be honest, it gets kind of bland. Lug. I really need to replace that, but oh well. It does its job. I don't need that much iridium. Okay, we're full up there, and let's go grab the uranium. I can't wait to get into doing the autografting. That's gonna be such a fun thing to set up, especially to figure out like the proper range. It is going to be fascinating. Oop. So. Yeah. And another kind of point I have against monocultures, they're boring. Like, when I go out into nature, I go out to see this wondrous thing of beauty. But if they're all the same thing, it loses a bit of that wonder. And in this case, diversity would tend towards... That's an interesting tree design. Diversity would trend towards making things better. But not divisive. No, they all work together. And there are some plants that you don't want together. If you do any sort of gardening, you'll understand that sometimes plants just hate each other. Or they attract the wrong kinds of pests. And that's not helpful to anyone. So, I believe cauliflower and broccoli don't tend to do well together. I think is one thing that we've been seeing in our garden. Back home I go. And I'll monologue for the last little bit of the episode. So. Yeah, that's the only thing. I kind of wish I could clear roads. You know, after I did all this, you know, delve into environmental destruction, which is part of the fun of playing factory games, is seeing how you can deform the environment around you. And some kind of play up to it. Be like, oh, you're doing this. Oh, you're doing that. Actually, that reminds me, I saw the DLC before I launched the game. They announced a new DLC, the Toxic DLC, or Toxicity. That looks like fun, because another appeal I like of having to deal with pollution in factory games is having to take care of the pollution and seeing the world change. I like the dynamic world. I think it's cool. If I haven't made that clear already, I think dynamic worlds are really cool, but really hard to pull off well. Dying Light 2 tried to do something like it, but didn't do it very well. Like, they gave you these major choices, and they did this thing, but they felt so prescripted. I liked Dying Light 2. I did. I enjoyed playing it. I just felt like it was too much. It did too much. And there's nothing wrong with trying to be ambitious. But I think games work better when they have purpose. When there is intent behind them. I think things in general benefit from having a defined beginning and end. And I think that's a major thing that people are missing. They're trying to come up with these things and leave gaps open, but they never finish. Right? They always just keep going. There's never an end to them, and that just gets so tiring as a consumer, as someone who consumes media. It's just exhausting, and it gets pointless past a certain point. Honestly, there's no point to it. And that's kind of the folly of a lot of comic books today. But back to the DLC. Let's circle back as I finish the episode off, as I was sorting. They announced that in a few months, supposedly, they didn't give us a solid date. It might be 4 months, it might be 5 months, it might be a year. That's a number of months. They're going to release Toxicity with a new planet, because they have interplanetary travel now, which has extended the length of my campaign, but that's fine. I'm going to keep doing it until at least this is done. I'm enjoying, I'm happy to see that I'm getting more traction. Very glad for that. But, it's cool. I'm glad that the developers are still working on this game. Looks like this will be paid DLC. If I get to the end of this and I'm like, okay, I'll do this now. It looks like it looks like it might be a good thing to do from scratch. Like, I'll have great benefits if I, like, go to this new planet and start with all my researches unlocked. But that's not fun. That's not a challenge. So if I do it, I'll probably do it from scratch. It looks like they're, like, building out an entirely new system of pollution. So you have to combat pollution and see it turn from this polluted wasteland into something that can support life. And I like that. I love that. Part of the reason I like this game is it's a dynamic world. It's not done as detailed and as much as I would like, but this isn't a professional game studio. Well, it's a professional game studio. They put out games they're getting paid for. This isn't a AAA studio. They don't have hundreds of people working for them. For all I know, they have 3. I will be grateful for what I have. I will enjoy what I have. I'm not that picky of a person. I play games because I enjoy them. That's all. If you'd like to leave a comment, subscribe. Love to talk to you guys. Thank you. Have a great day.